ever been in the midst of a crowd reacting to something spectacular? Or maybe you've been able to see it on the news or online or any other way. It is particularly exciting and fascinating to see videos on YouTube of people reacting to a particularly exciting movie scene, or being able to see for the first time the preview of a highly anticipated movie. I remember specifically seeing one of these videos, and in that scene, the hero was defeated. He was on his knees, ready to receive the last blow from the enemy. And at that very moment, a new hero emerges, well armed, righteously angry, ready to impart judgment on the villain. And oh boy, how the crowd cheered and how the crowd screamed of joy. They were absolutely there for it. Judgment was going to be served, and they were happy about it. Why do we shy away from God's judgment so much? Maybe it is because of the picture that we have in our minds and hearts of who God is. A God that maybe is vindictive and harsh and there to get us, and eager to find fault in us, to send us as far away from Him as He possibly can. However, in Psalm 98, we find what may be the best equivalent in scriptures to a crowd reaction to an epic moment. Let's read it together. Psalm 98. Oh, sing to the Lord a new song, for He has done marvelous things. His right hand and His holy arm have gained Him the victory. The Lord has made known His salvation. His righteousness He has revealed in the sight of the nations. He has remembered His mercy and His faithfulness to the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth in song. Rejoice and sing praises. Sing to the Lord with a harp and the sounds of a psalm, with trumpets and the sounds of a horn. Shout joyfully before the Lord, the King. Let the sea roar in all its fullness, the world and those who dwell in it. Let the rivers clap their hands. Let the hills be joyful together before the Lord. For He is coming to judge the earth. With righteousness He shall judge the world and the peoples with equity. So, what the psalm is telling us here is that we should be shouting for joy. We should be clapping. We should be singing. And why is that? Well, because the Lord has done a marvelous thing. Verse 1. He has gained victory. Because the Lord, in verse 2, is making known His salvation. And He has revealed His will and His work to the nations. And verse 3, He has remembered His mercy and His faithfulness to Israel. Now, what does that actually mean? It means God is coming for judgment. And this judgment truly means that God is coming to free you and me from pain and from suffering and from evil. It means that all the lust, all the greed, all the violence, all the war, all the rape, all the viruses, and the Satan that embodies it are going to pay for what they've done. And they're going to be sent far away, as far as the east is from the west, from us, forever. And so my desire for us this Friday evening is that we are able to shout for joy, to see the judgment as something worth celebrating, and something worth embracing, because that is what we're invited to do, along with nature and all of creation, as God comes for this, as our hero, your hero, my hero, stands up to deliver you and me. Have a very good Friday and a very good Sabbath.